official tonight is another old friend.
Yep, that's Bill Rotes right there. Bill Rotes from New Hampton. He's one of the best referees. We get that privilege in Iowa to have some of the best officials in the nation. Bill Rotes will be officiating in this year's NCAA championships. There's Cody Sanderson, the fine young sophomore from Heber, Utah, going up against the freshman Eric Juergens from Kokota, Iowa. Four-time state champions going against each other. Last time Sanderson won 2-1.
You know, he's one of only 3 people to beat Eric Juergens this year. Has had a great freshman year. And in fact, the only time really that Juergens lost on something of a blowout was against Teague Moore, who came in here hot last week.
He really did, and he had won about 10 in a row, Eric Juergens had. So he's looking to turn it around tonight. Juergens from Iowa going up against Cody Sanderson in the red right there, who beat him last time in December in their first dual meet, 2-1.
A lot of people interested in seeing how this one comes out. Sanderson, as you may know, is a good mat wrestler. He works very hard with that 2-on-1 setup out in front. Makes you fight for your arm all through the match. But Eric Juergens has been a real goer since he lost that match to Sanderson. He has beaten Hunter of Penn State. He's beaten Durnlin of Purdue, who's ranked in the top 8. His other 2 losses were to Morgan of Michigan State and to Moore, as we said, besides Sanderson.
Of course, Morgan ranked #1 in the nation for Michigan State.
So we're coming back to the middle. 3-minute first period, as you know. We've gone through about 2 minutes of it so far. They start on their feet. Second period and third period. One wrestler gets a choice, then the other wrestler of the next period deciding whether they want to stay up, on their feet, go under in the referee's position, or go on top.
Center, both of you.
Being very careful here in this first period.
Sanderson ranked #10 going against Juergens, who's ranked #6. 2 fine young 118-pounders trying to get their team started out right.
Nothing so far. Working on the lock. You can see Sanderson trying to
open up, guys. Let's go.
Snap down against Juergens' head. See something that way. Juergens working on the Sanderson's head and right arm. They're setting up so they can get a comfortable shot. A warning against Sanderson from Bill Rotes.
Bill Rotes felt Juergens had taken a few more shots and had pushed Sanderson going backwards, and you can't do that. You got to stay in the center, get after it.
Back out to the center again. Sanderson is seen working a lot on the head, still in there snapping down like that. Now he's on the 2-on-1 ride, 2-on-1 setup, what they used to call the Russian setup. He's got to work off that.
He's trying to work the underhook, 2-on-1, whatever he can do to get his short offense going so he can snap down and spin around. Trying to pull him down, see?
You see, he is making Juergens fight for his arm. This is a situation that he has to score on, however, or it's just another way to be holding on, and he's been warned once.
Well, what Sanderson's trying to do is he's trying to tie up to limit the motion of Eric Juergens. Juergens has a pretty good motion, can find the angles pretty well, shoots from the outside as well as in, and he's trying to tie it up and try his short offense attack. Sanderson.
We have very few seconds, as you see, left in the first period here between Iowa and Iowa State. If you just joined us, you're in time to see it all. There's no score here as we go to the second period between Sanderson and Eric Juergens.
There's the what we've talked about them before, the Fab Five, those redshirt freshmen, or the freshmen that are redshirting this year.
You've been warned for
the top recruiting class in America last year, Bobby Douglas got, and he's licking his chops, just waiting for next year to get.
Juergens had his choice. He started the second period under, and he is out immediately. Sanderson is a tough rider, but he could not stay on top of Juergens. It's a good move for Eric, and he's out ahead 1-0. That has to be buoying to him to be able to jump out there that fast. He was under for only 4 seconds. So we're back on the feet again. Here's an arm spin by Sanderson, and he made it work, but not for... Did he get the takedown?
He gave him 2 for takedown, but not 2 for the back. That's a very close call right there.
Don't cut him off.
Bill Rotes is looking at the way the arm is around the throat.
Okay.
So it's a 2-1 lead now for Sanderson.
And this is the first take. Look at this right here. He spins through and holds him. If he got 2, he probably got 2 more, but that's not the way Bill Rhodes saw it. And he called 2 for takedown, but not 2 for the back.
Now, Bobby Douglas is out. He wants to talk with Jim Zaleski. They're all coming up to talk to Rhodes. Let's listen in.
We'll go to 15 seconds for the riding time. 15 on the riding time. 15. I got a 1 count on the back.
That's why he didn't get the back points.
Said he got a 1 count, not a 2 count. But in that takedown and holding him there, he got some riding time. And this is the first takedown ever between these 2 wrestlers. The first takedown by either wrestler against the other. Last time it was a 1-1 in escapes, and Sanderson had riding time to win the match 2-1.
But you can't reset it.
So big takedown for Cody.
Reset. We had 6 at the end of the.
They're setting up a riding time clock here.
Cover him.
9 seconds of riding time for Sanderson as they start. 1:17 to go in the second period.
So now Sanderson back where he was to begin the period. And he likes being there because last time he was able, against Juergens in December, to mount up more than a minute riding time, get his point that gave him the win.
This time Eric didn't get the whistle, jump off the whistle, and Sanderson.
Don't push him off now.
He's in the classic single leg position now.
Sanderson doing a good job, changing his level, dropping down to the legs and keeping control. If he would have stayed up with Juergens, Juergens would have been able to control the hands and get out, but he dropped back down, then he came back to his feet and kept his hips underneath him. Good job by Cody Sanderson.
38 seconds of riding time for Sanderson. Goes in there with that head lever. Tough on the right arm of Eric Juergens. These are 2 very strong youngsters, too. They're both power at 118 pounds. 8 seconds more, and it's a riding time minute for Sanderson.
Use it.
You know, this just isn't a duel meet for these 2. This is for seeding in the national tournament. If Sanderson can win twice against Juergens, it doesn't matter whether he's ranked below him or not. He's going to get
Here
seeded
comes Juergens around behind at the very end of the period in the last 10 seconds. And that's the kind of thing we often talk about that is a really big factor for you if you can score at the end of the period.
Oh, absolutely. That's Hawkeye wrestling right there. That's what they do. They score at the edge of the mat. They score at the end of the periods. That's why you win.
Now, if Sanderson could have gotten out before the end of the period, he might have had the motion back, but he couldn't. And we go to the end of the second period with a score 3-2 in favor of the Hawkeye, Eric Juergens.
That was big. Now he comes out, does a little spin under, and comes around. And a long sit series right there gets the reversal, 2 points.
Now here come the coaches and the official back over to the bench. We're going to talk about riding time one more time.
What they're talking about is there's a minute 6. So what Sanderson needs to do is
I got to wait for the clock.
What's he got?
Guys.
A minute, minute 6 riding time, and he needs to.
And I think they're going to reset it. There's actually more riding time than that for Sanderson, but it isn't up on the clock yet. And so the score 3-2 here is in favor of the Hawkeye, Eric Juergens, as we wait for this third period to start. Sanderson will be underneath, and he has a chance to get out and score and maybe go up, tie the match. But he has the riding time unless Juergens can hold him for 12 seconds.
Right. Juergens wants to just ride him like a leech right here, and he's getting it done.
Has the leg in.
Big ride.
Same way now, same way.
Riding time advantage has been erased. It's 57 seconds worth for Sanderson. So the score on the board is right where it is. 3-2 in favor of the man in the riding position, Juergens on top.
Now this is the longest Juergens has ever ridden Sanderson. He only rode him 6 seconds the last time they wrestled each other, and so right here, that was a big time to be able to put that ride on him, and now he's riding him tough. Score 3-2 in favor of Juergens.
Sanderson gets to his feet, but still cannot get out, and Juergens is still tough on top. With a minute and 15 seconds to go as they go out of bounds. 3-2 between Juergens and Sanderson. Now, what are the possibilities if Juergens were to, let's say, ride Sanderson out? he could have a riding time point.
And it wouldn't matter because he's ahead by 1, and if he rides him out, he wins.
That's right.
He's got the cradle lock. He's got the cradle lock. Juergens does on the top. If nothing else, it's a great ride. Sanderson needs to get back to his base. He needs to come up and fight those hands and get out of there.
Terrific ride here by Juergens in this last period. Feeling flush here. He's ahead by 1 in his attempt to avenge that first loss. Juergens has lost only 3 this year.
Right now, Juergens put a lot of pressure on. It's hard for Sanderson to be offensive because of the pressure put on by Juergens. What a great ride right here. Only 30-some seconds left, and Juergens is riding to victory.
Terrific ride by Juergens, and Sanderson is having real trouble coming out in the 3rd period. 3-2 lead. Sanderson has the only takedown, but he was reversed at the end of that period. Now there's that score at the end of the period again, TJ. Has been the difference. That's Mark Juergens, who is Eric Juergens' brother. He's in the program too, redshirted in his freshman year. Now how much time? 19 seconds for Sanderson to get out.
I got a caution red. Caution red.
Caution on Iowa State. Sanderson started before the whistle.
Cover.
Away we go. Juergens again. Good position. Sanderson does not have the hands to fight, and he's in bad trouble here with the last
big ride, a lot of pressure. Juergens does a great job of going back and forth to one side and the other. Pressure on the arms, throwing the legs in. Tremendous ride to victory.
You will be down. Set it, red. Set. Cover.
Only 5 seconds to go, and it's going to be a terrific ride at the end of the period. And it's a reversal at the end of the 2nd period, and then he rode Sanderson out to win 3-2. Revenge for Eric Juergens, and so these two are even up in their careers.
Yep.
2 one-point wins, 1 for each. And the Hawkeyes go up 3-0. It's impressive.